Innovative.
Innovative comedy.
Check this
How
out.
old is Keith Sweat?
Hold on. I'm cool as Cam, the coolest
63.
motherfucker on the planet. And today I'm here with the homies and we want to talk some shit and laugh.
Hey.
That being said, make sure you tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative.comedy. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. Who I got in the building with me today?
What's good? It's Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. Is innovative culture, innovative comedy. We in here. It's another show. Who we got with us today?
Oh shit, it's your boy. I know y'all seen me before. Make sure y'all follow me at I am DJ Punch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole shabam boo, baby.
You know what it is, man. It's your boy Mouthpiece, man. OG Mouthpiece on IG. You know what I'm saying? Your neighborhood shit talker in the neighborhood, man. And basketball is what I do, but giggles is what I live for.
Yeah, that's right. So it's good. Everybody's weekend go. Everybody
Solid, man.
Shit was cracking over
Solid,
there.
man.
We was at the
Y'all
beach
at
this
Venice?
weekend.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
got Venice on lock. Y'all been had Venice on lock for a minute.
Hey, man, I've been there. This is my 14th year.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it started 3 years before that I remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know about those 18, 19, 20 years.
And man, look, sometimes when you make banners that look good, you gotta put the dub on there, man.
I hear you with shit. But yeah, it make me feel older than what I am because people be saying, oh, you've been doing this for 20 years. No, I have not. But no, we had the beach on lock. It was cracking, man. Championship day. You know what I'm saying? Two good teams. We had all-star dunk competition, 2-on-2 shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them all-out days to kind of end the summer at Venice.
That shit was cool, man. It was a nice cap off to the summer, I think.
It was.
You know what I mean? Especially all the people that came out. That shit was crazy, especially for that dunk contest.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Brandon Jennings. Shout out to, we got two new Lakers that had popped up. They just got drafted. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ahmed Toure from France.
That's new.
Blake Henson. Those are two new Lakers, but Reggie Bush, Trinidad James, Compton AV.
Had it hidden.
Yes. Baron Davis came through.
Baron Davis.
Sham God, the man that everybody that does the Sham God, the actual Sham God was courtside.
Damn.
He works with he's with the Dallas Mavericks now. He's a coach at the Dallas Mavericks.
That's dope.
So yeah, everybody came through, hung out, man. It was dope, but it was dope. But when Reggie Bush hit the scene,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
you gotta understand something, man. If you not from California, maybe this don't hit you as well. But this man was one of the most electrifying collegiate players ever.
Nigga was balling.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they made money off that man, and then some shit happened. They did him dirty.
And nigga bought a title to New Orleans.
You dig?
Yeah.
So he won on the collegiate level. He won on the pro level. He had some bad broads. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga ushered in the Kardashian era.
You feel me?
Him and
Every
Ray J,
level of,
kind of was
California.
like tied together for
Bruh.
that. They both kind of walked her through the door.
You get what I'm
I
saying?
said who walked her to the
Yeah,
door.
yeah. It's like
And
one walked her to the door, another one walked her through.
I mean, and those was the years when I was like really paying attention. I don't know about y'all, when I was really paying attention to college football.
Yeah,
when
I
he was
mean,
playing.
everybody that was in Cali, if you
Yeah.
was around in that
SC,
era,
man, that's the
SC
shit. I'm an
was-
SC fan.
You feel
So
me? Like,
that's
it was
already like that
he
is-
made betters money, bro.
Yeah, he was balling.
You feel me? And I do his sometimes I do his son AAU, so that's how I know him. You know what I'm saying? But I seen him and I'm like, Reggie, what you just, because he was on his bike with his wife, chilling. And I'm like, do you want me to even say that you're here? You trying to be low key? Because you never know how it might turn out.
Yeah.
So all of it, he's like, nah, we good, you good, man, you can do that. I like, man, and I gave him the intro, and it's Reggie Bush. You should have seen the faces.
That's dope.
That's one of the coldest dudes in sports history, homie.
Super.
So yeah,
That
real
was
cool
that
dude,
was
man.
he was a monster on the field.
Monster.
Everybody was like, it was almost like the new Barry Sanders as he actually
Yes.
got the ring.
Yes.
Like, so that's why it was dope to see, because it was like, this is what Barry Sanders was doing.
Bro, when
Just
he was in college, we knew he belonged in the pros.
You
After
can see
his
it.
first year, you was like,
see it.
oh, yeah, nigga going now. But because of the rules back then, he played another year.
Yeah.
And when he played another year,
it was what, 3 years back then?
Yes.
Yep. And then they dropped it to like 2 years. Because at first it was you didn't have to go. I remember.
Football. Yeah, basketball.
Okay, yeah. But then even basketball, they put the restriction on, didn't
now,
they?
you got to do at least 1 year.
Oh, it's one? I thought it was
It's
two.
1 year, or you can go overseas or G League. And then
so that show you it ain't even about the academics. It's just about.
It's never been.
It's about we want you to like grow. We want you to grow into this shit.
I'll tell you at the lowest level when like playing JC or whatever football. They set up your classes. You know what I mean? You got first priority on everything. Like that's at the lowest level. So what the fuck you think they doing in college, like universities?
I believe this. Even though I know you want to get to the money, I get all that. But that college is for you to maintain your money.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't get that though.
You get what I'm saying? So you can have good people around you and everything.
A lot of them they've been having yes men around and they teachers were yes men.
So if you ain't got somebody really
yes men, so
but if you don't know how to pay attention to it and pay attention to where your money is going, even the person next to you gonna rob you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that
they go get it the easiest.
Yeah, that going to college ain't really for everybody else, it's for you to be able to at least recognize bullshit around you. You know what I'm saying? So when you skip all that, now you got to depend on your people, loyal people, and hope that works out for you. So, you know, I believe that at least go that 1 year in any sport just to get at least a feel for it. But most of them, I would say, do it for your parents, homie.
Yeah.
Just on the strength.
It's like that's where like especially if they paying for it,
right? But
I'll be like, hey, you gonna have to take this. It's like this is my required class,
man.
Yeah, so you got to learn this, so you have something to like you just fall back on.
You start to look at shit like that as you get older because when I was younger, it was like I gotta figure it out. However it take, whatever it take to figure it out. Yeah. And then now I'm an adult and I got kids and I'm sitting there going, if I do pay for that college, motherfucker, ain't no dropping that. Like even though I did this shit, you know what I mean?
I mean, if your kid make a good living and honestly, like, cause you be seeing these, like my kids say this shit all the time. I want to be a streamer. I want to be a YouTuber.
That's crazy that's the new. It's not crazy that that's what they want. It's crazy that that's an option that we never even. Because there was no platform for us to be like. You see what I'm saying?
So we had to wait till we was 16 with a work permit
to even want a regular job. To work at Burger King.
They have the option to get a check.
But I think it's dope because of a couple of things. Everybody don't get an opportunity to showcase their personality.
That's true.
And honestly, a million people might like that personality.
Obviously, you think it's getting money from somewhere.
Better than clocking in.
And all
you got to do is document your life.
And you just feel good about what you do. And then too, it's good. It's just negatives and positives, all that shit.
Yeah, just don't ask me for money while you do it.
Yeah, some people, but then some people, it backfires because it kind of shows them like you don't have to work or actually work hard for something. It's just like, look at me and give me something. You see what I'm saying?
I get that.
And then they don't get when that shit starts to crash. You gonna have to kind of go to work until you reset or revamp. You see what I'm saying? They won't get that. They're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna just sit here and I'm gonna just get it and it might not happen. It's just a new age shit.
A lot of them ain't networkers, so sometimes they get stagnant. You know what I'm saying? But then the other ones that really be going to events, really trying to tap in with different people, then link up with them to go do other shit. Yeah. That's how you win.
They really work.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or if you just one of them type of people that everybody like coming through, so you kind of document that. Like Kai Cenat. I think at first I was like, man, what the fuck is this?
Same. And,
you know what I'm saying? But now it's to the point where, to be honest with you, the personality's working because the nigga was in the back of a U-Haul truck.
Yeah. And he come outside though. It's like now he came to Compton, I saw, and did an event at one of the parks over there.
But you got a network.
Giveaway for kids.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you giving back to these communities.
Shit, I tell you from a personal experience from this summer where I was like, they had this dude named Hotspot coming out, and he would come out, bro, and I would be like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, you know what I mean? But
Because
then
it ain't the norm.
yeah, but then you get to meeting him, talking to him,
You know
and you
that
figure out
nigga
what
is?
he's all about. You know,
I've never heard of
Mr.
Mr.
Hot
Hot
Spot.
the smile.
Yes.
Yeah,
He be hanging out with us.
I followed
Yeah.
that nigga like in 2019. I was
Yeah,
following
He
that.
be at the beach
Oh,
on the
okay.
microphone, and
Smile.
I wasn't getting
When
it.
you're smiling and you're and,
And then hold on,
It's just
and then
'cause his
not to mention,
personality.
He's just a good
not to
ass. He
mention-
seems like
not
a
to
cool
mention,
dude.
I'm a negative person. To
Yeah,
begin with,
same,
right?
same.
So when I see shit like
when you
that,
can
I'm
make
already
me
like,
happy,
what the fuck?
and then but if it's cool,
yeah, but
I
then,
know
like,
what you mean.
I see him in his regular, walking around and shit like that, and
He's just in his. Like, I know, yeah,
cool
and
as
he
shit.
cool.
He ain't never gonna.
Yeah, I followed him for a while.
But it like I've been on a tour with him. Okay, this nigga's a foodie.
Yeah, he be like,
He's a foodie.
he be eating shit all
Yeah. Delicioso.
Yeah.
I think I was on a video tasting shrimp. Pause.
Yeah. And it just what it is this. It's
What is
his
he, scrimp?
it's his personality. You get what I'm saying? It's his personality. The thing about him is you wouldn't think of the norm. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't think of the norm at all. You know what I'm saying? Like you looking at him like this is some weird shit you saying.
And he's
You know-
sliding around in a suit.
But he's has
He in
such,
a suit with
such a
some-
good personality.
Yeah.
You go, this nigga's just
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah,
You can't make fun of
he's
him
a
because
solid, he seems like a
he's
solid
doing his own
personality,
thing.
like a genuine soul.
So
Like, you
yeah,
know that, yeah.
I fuck with him, man. But sometimes you gotta understand something. I'm a basketball announcer. I'm
I'ma
all
talk
about
this,
hype.
yeah.
I'm all about
spit this
getting
ism.
getting fire lit under niggas. You know what I'm saying? Making the crowd feel it. So when you got somebody going like this, oh,
That's just what he does. That's just when you're smiling.
Sound like a
He
Teletubby. huh?
literally do.
That's how the
or he'd be
Teletubbies used to
That's
sound.
Mouthpiece would be like dribbling up the court, and he'd be in the background. He got balls. He got balls. He got
Right,
balls.
right.
And it'd be like, what is going on,
That
bro?
nigga, yeah.
If you was walking up down the boardwalk and
And you
you was
heard
here,
that
and then
shit.
you'd be like, what is going on over there? But then
That's
if you
fucking
once you
hilarious.
see it, and if you see it's him, and it's like, oh, all right.
That's
because
funny
everybody,
as fuck.
every time they see
That's
him,
funny.
it's like this. As soon as they see this nigga, oh, Mr. Hotspot, can I get like so?
I'd have seen him and probably wouldn't even realize his name. If I'd have heard you saying it, I probably wouldn't even have known who the fuck you was talking about till I be like, hey, that's the nigga that be sliding around in the suit.
That's the nigga that be smiling and shit.
Yeah, sliding in his suit.
Hey.
I had it got to the point where I had to have a conversation with Cam, like off to the side, where I was like, "There's this dude, and I don't know what to make of it, bro." Like,
And he be like funny, he be hopping.
Because you don't have a normal nigga just doing that on a normal basis,
Just,
like in
just
your
happy.
everyday life.
This nigga's just happy all
So
the
when
time.
he come through and he's dancing and he's singing his song and he's just going in, you just go, nigga got a good spirit.
Yeah.
I can't even knock you, nigga.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
real
You
shit.
know what I'm saying? You got a good spirit. But like I said, when I'm in an intense moment and I'm over here getting niggas hyped and punches on the like, it seemed like we be gelling because he'll put out music that goes with the moment, and I'm like about to talk crazy to these niggas,
Yeah.
and he be like, "Smile." That shit be having me inside dying, bro.
Now you're quarterbacking.
Yeah, yeah.
That nigga-
Oh, he's crazy.
that nigga-
He said, yeah, because he said he liked somebody's smile or some shit.
He's like,
everybody
throw-
was like, what?
And then he's like, you gotta throw that smile. Now you're smiler backing. That nigga,
Yeah, that
he got
nigga
some funny
crazy.
ass like quotes and shit, like for
Yeah.
real. That dude's been around for a minute.
Shout
though.
out to you, man. Mr.
Yeah.
Hotspot, man. You go.
That dude is funny. But just thinking like we was talking about sports, going into that, just off the Olympic tip, just
Yeah.
we had a lot of it was a lot of strange things going on with the Olympics.
That breakdancing shit.
The breakdancing shit,
I
the
know-
opening ceremony. The opening ceremony was weird as shit.
the ceremony got freaky.
That was strange. That wasn't
I
even
didn't get
freaky.
to see it. What happened?
It was like they tried to do this woke, like gay pride.
They depicted the Last Supper with a tranny like in the middle or something.
Yeah, a bunch of
Get the fuck outta here.
pretty much a bunch of drag queens as the Last
For
Supper,
real?
and a bunch of like morbidly obese women. A couple of them that were supposed to be
I
like
would've
you're
missed the
beautiful,
Olympics,
like
nigga.
you're beautiful,
And an orange dude.
and that's what they blue, He was
blue dude that looked like
But that's-
William Montgomery.
Yeah, but that's what it is. He's like, I look like a fucking idiot.
I would have
I look
missed
like a
the
fucking
Olympics,
idiot.
nigga.
But that's what somebody said. Somebody made a good point. Like, if I was one of the athletes, they're like, what was the point of having this morbidly obese woman
said
sitting like
athletes.
sitting?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's
real, for real.
She having this morbidly obese person sitting dead center, like they're zooming, and it's like this is about athletics and people, the finest of every country doing, and it's like,
Yeah, like,
that
ain't-
makes no sense. In
Only
itself.
fat people's in shot put.
This, And they stocky.
And that's
they stocky. They built.
Stocky.
that's
built.
and
weightlifting.
Yeah.
They buff, but they covered in fat.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's
Carved up.
So Paris, right, is where they had held the Olympics.
And nasty water.
And that's who was responsible for the opening acts.
I guess they openly over there, like, you know what I'm saying, about
But
everything gay and all that.
But it just shows
They
that that's what
rude.
he said they funky and rude.
Yeah,
They funky and rude.
Hey, you know, I
They
hear that
funky
so
rude
much about
cigarettes.
French.
Since I've been a child and then as an adult, I've seen and met their funky rude cigarette smoking, like just rude motherfuckers. Like,
Crazy.
That's like keep it 100.
You know why that's
I know
crazy?
exactly why that's crazy.
Me and Punch, the dude who, I don't give a fuck. The dude,
Right here on Innovative Comedy.
you feel me? The dude that we work with, Nick, that runs the VBL. He's
Said his
French.
name.
He's from France.
France.
He was born over there. He speaks it fluently.
Yep.
He got the accent. But he went to Fairfax High out here.
Oh, that was our
He's a
rival.
hooper.
I went to LA High.
Oh, okay. So he was a hooper. And, you know, as you say, French people do not smell right. What's so cold is
They're right.
I've
He
been
said those
knowing
are
this
right.
nigga for years, bro. And to be real with you, he eats natural. He eats everything healthy. He's a healthy dude, but he don't believe in deodorant. Okay? He's one of those natural, he's like my pores.
Herbalistic ass.
Yeah, one of them. But
Too much bathing strips the body of its natural oils.
and you have to understand.
Bodily oils will be stripped daily.
And you
That's
have to
Sean
understand
Wayne's funniest line.
He said body oils will strip daily.
When Sean had to move in on the Wayne's brothers, he had to move in with TC.
Right.
And after about a week, TC don't be taking showers. So Sean went up to us like, "Hey man, you be kind of like you be smelling like a bag of onions, bro." And he was like, "Sean, too much bathing strips the body of its natural oils."
Yeah.
And that nigga Sean looked at him and said, "Natural oils need to be stripped daily."
Yeah, see, no, I fuck with Marlon. I fuck with
No,
Marlon.
that was Sean. That was Sean.
That was Sean
That
said
was
that?
Sean.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what I
that's the
said.
funniest shit I've ever
that's
seen
why,
him
That's
say.
literally why I said that's the funniest shit I've. He's had moments.
But this nigga here, man,
Yeah, for
like I
real,
said,
homie,
no
your homie.
deodorant.
Damn, deodorantless.
And you have to understand what we do. We always get into a huddle, raise our hands above our heads, and do like a. So you have to understand, he's
This
always
nigga's
next
projecting.
to
He's
me.
projecting.
He's always next to me
He's
because
shooting. He's shooting.
he's always like, okay, let's get it in. And he'll put that armpit up, and I'll be having to turn to like other players. You know what I'm saying? But other
Like, do
players
you
have said it to
smell
me.
this?
They go like this.
Yeah.
They like, do you?
Y'all just look at each
What
other.
was that?
Do you
I said,
smell
Nick.
that shit?
That was Nick.
That's wild.
Is that you smelling like boiled bologna?
Nick. I was like, if that's what eating healthy gonna do to me,
I've heard that a lot since I was a kid about like vegetarians when they pass gas. It's like the worst shit ever.
Yeah, it's all
like,
veggies.
It's all you're not breaking down any meat, protein, real like.
Bro. But shit, I've been eating meat. My shit come out tart too.
Yeah, but it not. I feel like depending on how it's cooked, what it's cooked in, what you eating it with.
I know
if you
there's
drinking
there's
water.
different levels of stank to shit. But it's
Yeah,
stank.
exactly.
It's shit.
Like
No,
when
I
you
just don't
like
like
when you
musty
when you
shit.
fart and you be like, I got a
Musty
shit.
is different.
Musty shit is crazy.
You know what
Yeah,
scares
that's
me about the
insane.
musty shit going on is I don't know if you guys noticed, but everybody's putting out that all body deodorant to skip the shower. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck off.
That shit crazy. You seen the commercials for that
Definitely
shit?
a white person definitely invented that.
I refuse.
I
need
like called
water.
Mondo deodorant or some shit like
It's
that.
like white people never believe when you take a shower, you ain't gotta wash your legs.
Wait, what?
That's
That
true.
nigga-
People believe that.
That nigga Adam went viral for saying that shit like a year ago. And,
Wait.
and 80 when 80 and then was still there. And they started roasting T-Drill and then was killing that nigga for like weeks. Like he got mad off of it. And they was like, nigga, you don't wash your feet? And he was like, I just let the water hit me and I just, and my neck and my pits.
They feel like the water
and
doesn't
like
rest.
hit his back and you let it hit your face and your hair and just get out the shower. Like
They
nigga,
say white people don't use face towel.
and that too. So you really not even taking, you just getting wet, nigga. You
And
just
see,
soak.
Armenians is notorious.
Let me know. I live in Glendale.
They cover themselves in cologne though.
Yeah,
'Cause
they
I
are
went to school. I went to school with
notorious
Armenians.
for that shit.
Even
It
the
be
young ones.
strong,
Even the
bro.
young ones.
Like no,
They'll have all the Gucci
It'd be
on,
the
nigga.
musk plus
A half a bottle of
the
Versace.
cologne, and you be
They
like,
do have the cologne
God
super
I tell you,
damn.
I always do my one of my homies from school. That was the first time I heard Juvenile. He was when I finished. When I left LA High, I went to independent study in Hollywood.
Okay.
And
I
know you was bad.
So I was in Little Armenia. Off of Wilton in Hollywood.
That classroom was crazy.
So most of the kids was Hollywood, like famous kids and Armenian kids.
Right.
And then the bottom of the school is a continuation. So it was active. It wasn't crazy like bad, but it was just.
No, I've been to a couple.
So I walked out. I remember walking out after one day. It was a long day, and I'm leaving. And this is the first time I heard Juvenile. Okay. And I'm walking out, and an Armenian homie leaning on. You know, the Armenians always have them old school Benzes.
Yeah.
He's
drug dealer Beamer.
Yeah, like his grandpa's Benz or something.
Yeah.
But it's clean still.
Yep.
Right.
And he leaning on the hood, and he got the Italian. The only people wear these since back in the day when we all used to wear them is Italian mobsters and old people. Those those running windbreaker suits.
Right.
He has a Chicago Bulls windbreaker suit on, and it's zipped down to like right here with a wife beater on. Hairy chest. He only like 16. We like 16.
Right.
Hairy chest.
Right.
With a bunch of gold chains, and he's bumping And I walk out, and I'm walking, I kind of like look over because this is the first time I'm ever hearing this shit. And he like, look, Tony, what's up? You like the car?
Right.
He's like, you like that song? It's Juvenile, 400 Degrees. Ha! Yeah. and I just looked at him and was like, and I just nodded because I had a long day, and I was like, yeah, all right, bro. But that was a homie. But I went to school with a lot of Armenians, but that was it was like we pass each other in the stairs, and I'm just for the first 20 minutes of class, I'm trying to get
you know why it's funny to me
out.
that you say that he was just chilling right there, like outside, is because Armenians will find a parking lot and just kick it, bro.
Yeah, and just have chats.
They like to flex. They like to flex, but what I've learned about just kicking it they like to flex, but they like to flex with homies, with niggas especially with black people. Somebody told me before, he's like, which one of my homies told me this? He said, I feel Armenian people know something about black people that we don't know about ourselves. And I was like, damn, because when he said it, because I went to school with him and how they treated us, it wasn't like no ass kissing shit, but it's like they real homies. They really like, and they never want to flex on you. They want to flex with you. Yeah. And it's like they'll let you flex with they shit. Hey, you want to drive the Rolls Royce?
Right.
You want to? Hey, I got this weed that the first time I seen weed that looked like a flower, an Armenian on Sunset. Right. Nigga, just on a Friday night, we dip it, and they just like, hey, you want to smoke?
Right.
They're cool people, solid people.
Nah, hey, my code is Armenian. My homie Fred from Pasadena. We went to Pasadena High. Mm-hmm. This nigga, I'm sitting on, I think it was like Washington and Fair Oaks, waiting on a bus, and he come rolling by, and he's in his Mercedes, and he's banging Black Superman.
Hey, shout out to Bud Law.
You feel me? Bro, when I tell you, watching a bald-headed Armenian dude pull up in a Benz, bumping Black Superman, talking about, ain't you going to school? Yeah. Like, yeah. He's like, nigga, I've been.
Yeah, like I was dead.
I get in the car, bro, and I'm tweaking that I got this Armenian dude banging Black Superman, bro. And I'm like, I said, man, this your shit? He was like, hell, you ain't heard this? Nigga, the speakers. He turned that bitch up. I pull up into the school, right? This nigga's just walking in. And I'm sitting in Fred's car. We, pulling up into the parking lot. And then the song is going. Because he didn't put this shit on, like, repeat 3 times.
Yeah,
he just banged it. Nigga, we pull up into the parking lot. We getting out the car. I ain't gonna lie, I felt cooler being with an Armenian that day.
Any nigga I've ever known.
You feel me? Like
any nigga I've ever known.
So all of a sudden, nigga, we walking up. Niggas is like, hey, what up? Because he was, I think, like a junior at the time. I was a freshman. But he knew me, you know what I'm saying?
So you even had that extra. That was
yeah. So it was just like, I'm pulling up with him. And they were like, you know Fred like that? I said, well, he's on the varsity team, I'm on the sophomore team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We kind of play against each other. Sometimes he see us or whatever, and we just cool.
Yeah, that's
They're like, oh, okay. Black Superman, nigga?
They're like, you had him play that?
I said, that nigga picked me up.
He was already bumping. Yeah. He was subbing it and pulled up.
Fred was cold, but his pops, nigga, right now to this day, and I see it because his son now go to Mir. He got the same swag as his pops with the shirts, with the hair open.
It's like a natural progression for them.
Bro, it's fucking hilarious.
And you'll never know that one of the motherfuckers is struggling either. That shit crazy because they'll be dressed like that at the county building.
Yep.
Well, I heard honestly sometimes, and probably people could correct me if I'm wrong. I heard that when it comes down to like if any of them get
community
down with family or friends or something like that, people chip in.
That's
and help them out.
That's every other community other than ours, pretty much.
So
Jewish,
I've heard
Armenian,
that
Russian, Asian.
They'll go like to the richest uncle or auntie.
Yeah, they'll just help them
and
out, or
she'll help
they'll
them
find
out,
them with a job.
and then they got to figure out.
Give them a business. That's why there's so many goddamn water businesses and
you can go to jail and they'll be like, hey, Mouthpiece is coming home. Like your dad will go to his dad. And be like, hey, Mouthpiece coming home next week. Hey, I got to tell him pull up. I got a job for him.
At the smoke shop.
You're going to have a job 3 days after coming home.
At the smoke shop. At the water store. Because that's what the
they gonna help you.
But
exactly.
I think black people do that too, but they do
be
it
running
for
them
the
smoke
one.
shops like a motherfucker. They just opened 3 on Willow.
Because they know niggas is coming.
And then the black homie worked the register.
And then I walked to the other one because they made it closer to the house.
Right.
And it's them from the other one that was closer to the 17.
Like we seen
and they like, homie.
How many 818 fucking smoke shops are there, bro?
Man.
This is crazy.
They probably seen your ass walking to that one.
Let's build one right by his house.
Yeah.
And there's one in the middle that just popped up. So they kind of cut off him on both ends because he's stuck in the middle. And they got one right when you get up the freeway and right. It was all like, and that's all 3 of them. They just work both.
I'm telling you, it's the same thing with the water stores, bro.
But
I where you get to fill up your gallon.
Mm-hmm. But I think we do it for black people. But the way we do it is the ones that really want to try.
Yeah.
See, the ones that look like they just keep going to jail because them niggas are just on some bullshit. We kind of be like, all right, nigga, here's some shit.
But see, they help before it even get to that point to where a nigga about to crash out. Like we help after the crash out that happened. And you know what I mean? And it's like
niggas be on their own accord.
They'll be like, hey, before when they see a young nigga crashing out, most communities, but Jewish, Irish, Italian, they gonna be like, even if it's Italian and they doing criminal shit and they see you crashing out on some crash dummy shit, they gonna be like, come and still crashing out because you doing criminal shit, but come do this organized criminal shit.
I hear that.
I got a job for you. And you gonna be with you actually getting paid instead of stealing hundreds and a couple hundreds. Right. We're gonna get this time. We're gonna get you like 25 a week.
Right.
And just collecting for me. Just go do this pickup. If dude trips, smack him in his mouth. They tell the stories of how they started, and it's everybody. They all look out for everybody, even if it's in a negative way, and it's gonna impact his life negatively because the nigga jumping into some criminal shit. Yeah. But you under our wing doing this shit, so ain't nothing gonna happen to you other than the consequences of law.
I get
and
that.
I feel like we do that, we'll help, and it'll be family, but we ain't gonna come together.
But niggas want you to help them in the way that they want you to help.
That's definitely some shit.
It's like, hold on, player, I'm not spotting you, nigga. What the fuck?
Niggas do that?
Yeah.
If a nigga ever flip something back to me, nigga,
bro,
if I don't just take off on you, don't ask me for shit again.
Because I hate the phone call of how you try to like finagle your way into some shit.
Hey, because they ask how you doing first. Hey, how you been? Yeah, just checking on you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Some motherfuckers don't even hit you with the check-in. Some motherfuckers just go right for it.
I'm doing bad right now. Can you help? And I'm going like, damn, bro. Like, how you know I ain't doing bad?
Man,
well,
you ain't even doing.
I ain't got it yet. Maybe I'm still waiting on a 30-day hold. Like, nigga, like, come on, dog.
It is
like, holds is real.
When you see like people,
you looking like you got some money.
Yeah, I can smell. I can smell a nigga with money.
Yeah, I hated that nigga when he said that.
Yeah, look at like
I felt like he needed to kill him then.
They're like, bro, why you like?
When you said it like that,
and you saying it like loud, so the other nigga hears.
So okay, I gotta get rid of you, so nobody pay attention.
He said it and like looked out the corner of his eye.
Like,
he said, like, I can smell a nigga with money.
Nigga, I'm coming.
Like,
you feel me?
Like
that was weirdo shit.
That was a true story.
That was the one that helped.
That was his uncle, and that was his uncle. But the nigga, the cashier, was his homie, and he helped. So they both killed his nephew.
Cashier was tired of the fucking spot.
And he was just like, even though he breaking you off and paying you for this hustling out of here, he kind of like, man, we can get like 300 for this little nigga, and his like, that's shady, nigga.
Yeah, no, that's real beyond shady, because that nigga lived in the house.
Yes.
He lived in the house.
Uncle Ice. Nigga.
So he could have had you done dotted from jump.
It's like,
at any moment, nigga, this nigga sleeping right now. I bet you got 100K.
Gave them fucking drugs to sell, nigga.
Man.
Not to smoke dumb motherfucker.
He like, nigga, you can give me some more.
Yeah. That dude always play that type of role, though, huh?
He's another one.
I didn't know he didn't pass away, the other dude. He's still around now.
He's another dude that played in a lot of movies.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He was in Luke Cage in the barbershop.
He was in, was it The Wire? Or was it?
He was in The Wire too.
He was in The Wire.
That's what I'm saying. You supposed to get to that too, because that's a great topic.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like, how was we gonna get around that?
Because we was talking about. Oh, you mean segueing?
No.
Talking about some of the most decorated actors that nobody ever know their names.
Yeah, they're not recognized.
Yeah, that's cold.
We were talking about Eddie Kane,
right,
and Leon, and 5 Heartbeats, and I think more people knew Leon as just Leon because that's all he put out.
Yes.
But no one really knew Eddie Kane's. And I believe it is Michael Wright. Is it Michael Wright Jr.?
What?
Eddie Kane's real name. I think it's Michael Wright or Michael White.
No, the dude that played Leon is Leon.
No, that's Mike.
Eddie Kane.
Talking about Eddie Kane.
The whole world is an ashtray to Eddie Kane. The one that became the smoker.
Michael Wright, from Sugar Hill.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe that's Michael Wright.
Yes.
Either Michael Wright Jr. or...
He always played dope roles.
Always. And he's a theatrically trained theater, Broadway.
I thought they just found a smoker and let him start acting.
But then but you got to understand, a lot of them dudes.
Samuel Jackson.
Those dudes, a lot of those dudes, they be really starving actors that was in the streets.
Rock.
And he went to prison.
Charles S.
He's another theatrically. It's just those dudes. That's why they always give like powerful, gripping performances, especially speaking on black issues. Or they like. Because I think they switched. Is survive.
Because I think they switched up on Rock like in the beginning of that Rock show.
I love that.
He was comedy. You know what I'm saying? It was comedic all the time. But then when he ran into my man, that's another actor, Clifton Powell. When he ran into him,
yoked him up.
You can tell they was like
they were more serious.
And then they went live. You remember when they went Rock Live?
Yeah.
And that's when the show they would record it. Like
they had
live.
With a live audience and everything.
No, it was already a live audience, but they had a live. They would just record it one take through like a damn near like a play.
But you seen the switch.
Yeah, and they would be like niggas would be laughing. Yeah. Sometimes but they'll keep going because they were all such good actors.
Right.
So it was barely any fuck ups, if any. Right. But they went live for like a couple seasons. If one season, it was like Rock Live.
Because I think that was one of them seasons and Living Color was doing real good, and they was like right.
And it was part of that little
And I've always used Rock since I've been so growing up. I've just had this thing. It's certain actors, especially like black fixtures, that I just kind of didn't fuck with, and it was vibes I got way when I was a kid and shit I heard before I heard. But
about who?
Like just different people, just growing up and shit you see, and growing up in West LA and Mid City, Midtown. A lot of famous people are around.
He's a terrible tipper.
Yeah, it's just that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. And then just and my mom did hair in the industry. A lot of shit you just know about and meet people.
Yeah, because people go down there and talk.
Just a lot of shit.
Right.
But I just remember just the shit with like Bill Cosby and hearing shit when I was a kid. But even without hearing shit, I'd never, I didn't dislike Bill Cosby, but I never was like a Cosby kid that just was like, we'd be playing football in the street, and like the homies would be like, oh, the show's coming on, the reruns on channel, and they'd run in the house. I'd be nigga, it was, I'm just saying.
Everybody want to see the intro where they out there tap dancing and shit.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's just, it's not that I disliked him. I almost forgot where I was fucking going with this shit, because we were talking about,
you were talking about actors and certain people that you was, and the fact that you didn't feel some of them.
And it's something, but it's it was one we had just said. I'm like, that was what I'm correlating with Bill Cosby, of just like, damn, it's
people that stood out to you.
No, it's not. It's damn. I forgot where I was going. The first person we were talking about.
That's some good weed.
Yeah, definitely. So it's just when I was peep shit, and it's like these are the same people in Hollywood that kind of hated on other people in Hollywood.
Right.
And just saying, like I said, shit you hear in the industry about just coming up and then it turned out to be true. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's just...
Give us an example.
I think it's two sides to that.
I can remember I had a homie growing up, and this is in the 80s, and the Cosby's was on. Right. We at the house, and that nigga Pops walked by and was like, turn that shit off. We don't watch perverts in this house. And nigga, that was the 80s.
No, it was the 80s.
And that's the homie's dad. And we was like, and I just, like I said, I just never felt like I've never liked Disney since I've been a kid. Like motherfuckers telling me what's the happiest shit on earth. And just, I went to, Disney movies never was, and then come out 20, 30 years later, they've been doing weirdo shit for fucking decades.
Only one I liked was Lion King.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I like Little Giants. As far as I don't like.
I never watched it.
It's a fucking classic. But it's certain shit that was always presented as the best shit that wasn't, when there's like these actors that we've seen and they've always put on great. That's what we were talking about, Rock. That's what we were talking about. So when I would tell people I didn't like the Cosby Show, and people were like, "What the fuck?" and I'll go, "It's the thing I didn't like. You're in Brooklyn in the '80s when crack was at its fucking height. You don't have to have nobody strung out in the house, but I can understand the realistic reality of where you live in the '80s in Brooklyn as a well black family that would have to deal with racism. No matter how rich you are, niggas is still gonna get pulled over, hassled.
I think they did that.
But it was like Theo got caught with a joint. I think he got checked or jumped or banged on.
Right.
Like it was never no real. Not like somebody got to get shot. I'm specifically talking about the Cosby, and all of his productions were always presented as just black people how he wants them to be, and there were struggles they would encounter. Like A Different World had more struggles,
right?
But it was still. Like, but Rock, I would always say a show like Rock, and I've been saying this since I was a teenager. Right. A show like Rock was a realistic show about a black family that still lived in a regular neighborhood that was kind of shady, shifty, but they were both doing good. She's a nurse, he's a trash man. They were a working class. Yeah, they were a working class family that still dealt with real hood problems, but the show wasn't a hood show.
And they had
exactly. But the show wasn't a hood show.
But I will say this though, when it came to the Cosbys, up until that point, we thought every black family was hood until we saw the Cosbys. And I felt like it did show that other side of there's some black people out here ain't never been in a fight, ain't never been in a situation. Because they live in
fucking hands up.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, they live in a world that, I didn't have to deal with
shit is
like
soft.
that.
Shit is
you know what I mean?
Shit
like,
is handled for them already.
You feel what I'm saying? Because they parents got money. Yeah. And the only reason why they know about hood shit or whatever, because they want to venture down into the little spots that are hood.
They want to slum dive. They want to slum.
You get what I'm saying?
They're going to call it slumming.
But I looked at it as it was a doctor and a lawyer living together.
Yeah.
That's bread.
And it's bread.
Yeah, that's bread. So I don't think
in
that
Brooklyn,
kids
though, in the 80s.
But I think there was some
crack was fucking.
But you don't think there was some good parts of Brooklyn in the 80s?
It was no good parts of New York.
It's even I've made this example. There's people that have a lot of money that still won't leave Compton because they love Compton.
Yeah.
So maybe it was that type of situation where they had a lot of money, but it's like fucking we still gonna live.
But then
here,
the thing about it is, I don't think their kids were in the streets all like that.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be,
they were in programs.
So it wasn't
all
like
their
that.
grandparents were jazz musicians. They had 42 grandparents.
But I will say the positives about that show was this: I know a gang of niggas that really didn't have no dreams, no aspirations, no nothing. Watched that fucking show and just wanted to go to college.
And there's nothing wrong
Didn't
with
even know what the fuck they wanted to study. They just wanted to be in a college dorm.
They wanted to be on a different world.
You get what I'm saying?
They wanted literally to be in a different
world.
Yeah. Like than the world I'm in. And
you get what I'm saying?
I understand that, but it's the person that you are that tells people what they shouldn't do, what's not funny, they shouldn't cuss, and you popping.
But you got niggas like that. I feel like it's uppity niggas. We got a Regine everywhere. We got a Stanley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got them type of niggas in the neighborhood that
please
just
stay off my.
You feel me? You got them type of niggas that love to feel like they above everybody in the neighborhood.
They think they different.
You get what I'm saying?
And they get a nigga wake up call. There's a lot of niggas been getting their nigga wake up calls the last few months.
You feel me?
A lot of niggas, and it's kind of good to see.
I leave them niggas alone because of two reasons. One,
they'll call the cops.
That, as far as like they'll turn on you in a heartbeat. That's one.
They snakes.
And then two, sometimes you just gotta accept motherfuckers for who they are. And I ain't got time to be coddling no nigga that's ready to turn on me. So you might as well just keep it pushing.
It's like you raising a snake.
Yeah, bro. You might as well let that nigga be. He gonna be. Why am I gonna get mad at this nigga being a snake? I want this nigga to be a frog, but you know what I mean?
He in his natural habitat.
Yeah, like let him be, nigga. That's the type of nigga he is. All right, handle your biz, boss. But I fell off of that whole thing about Cosby as far as like slipping, pills to chicks or whatever the case may be. A whole lot of them was taking pills back.
Everybody.
You feel me? So to just throw that at him,
do freak shit, and then have like a firm like him and Weinstein had it was almost like an office.
Oh, he was linked up with Weinstein?
No, they had similar. They had similar deals. So if you've been groped, so whatever, if you've been assaulted or just touched or some weird shit has happened to you, you would go to this like office. And they write you like it was
standards and practices.
Like it was, and it's like they have almost like a list. So it's like, oh, he groped you. Oh, he grabbed some titties. Oh, he put his finger in you. Oh, he pulled his dick out on you. That's 500,000. So it was like you would get a payout. Because they had an insurance thing. These niggas were such perverts. Wow. So that's not fake. That's not the media. You had an office. That's why they got mad that these women still told, because they felt, well, I already paid you for grabbing your titties. I already paid you for pulling your panties off.
It's like a menu.
It's literally like a menu, and you go there and they be like, oh, he said some freaky shit. Here's 200,000. Oh, he actually touched you. Here's 600,000. Oh, he actually assaulted you or did some. Here's over $1 million. It was so like
a bitch going up in the elevator going, damn, I hope he fucking assaulted me.
Hoping.
I hope he take these cheeks. Hope he take these cheeks.
And that's crazy to me
at
because
3 a.m.
You would think like somebody like Bill Cosby wouldn't be on some freak shit, but
it's power.
Everybody got needs, nigga.
It's power, and it's not that he needed. Exactly. It's not that he needed, is I can do it.
No, I'm saying everybody has everybody has a fetish.
Like Vince McMahon, he didn't. Nigga, you can just do that shit. You can do that shit because he feels he can do that.
He probably got the menu cracking for
definitely
sure.
Had
you
the
don't
menu.
think that they get any type of enjoyment out of it though? It's not just because
they do because they can do it. That's the enjoyment. That's the enjoyment.
Yeah, it's the fetish. I think like a nigga, you got weird niggas that just love to see feet. Yeah. Like I don't get
Smelling
it.
Socks.
You know what I mean? Like niggas love doing shit, but it don't necessarily make them
sell
weird.
Socks too, though.
Yeah, it's just
worn panties.
Them niggas is just the type of niggas that love other type of shit.
Freaky shit.
And the way we be looking at
ass nigga.
So you mean to tell me like you don't think that there's a girl out there right now that you didn't fucked with that she say he do this shit? That's something different. I ain't never seen that before. And she look at it as freaky.
Nah.
This nigga.
Because like it's just like I don't know. Like where phrase it again. Say it again.
In a sense of there's a girl out here that you probably got a fetish that you ain't never did with another girl ever. You don't think you got one out there that knows your fetish?
I mean, because it's like it ain't. They think. I mean, I feel like they know what to do, but they don't know a nigga that much. I think they feel they know.
You ain't did your fetish with a bitch before.
You're guarded.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I just ain't gonna, because when a bitch see you like, yo, defense is down, they think they got you. They low-key do got you. And it's just, so it's like,
but it's only that
like
one
a bitch
brawl.
will never get me.
It's only that one brawl.
It's like you can work your magic.
You're one
and do
accident
your thing.
away from slipping up and finding out your fucking fetish. Bro.
Yeah, be like, oh god,
that nigga like to hang from the chandelier and swing.
Oh god, oh I never knew.
That's Tony's like, I ain't found my soul. Hey, the real answer is Tony going, I ain't found my soulmate yet.
Not just
right. No, it has. Like,
I stopped looking.
He said I stopped looking.
Because when you look, you don't find it. You just find trash and weirdo.
Oh no, you're not supposed to try to find some freaky bitch. You just wind up in your lap.
They just fall, but they done fell from somewhere else. They fell off a balcony getting fucked or something.
Man.
And fall in your lap on the patio.
I'm going to be like, good looking for dropping her, nigga. She bad. You know
I'll put her back on the elevator.
Right, for real.
When I'm done.
When I'm done. But no, we was on them actors. Who else you had?
OG Looney Tunes. Larry from 2-1. From Colors.
What's his real name?
I don't know his real name.
That's the point. We don't know them.
So this dude, his resume, Hollywood Shuffle, Street Fighter. He played Balrog in Street Fighter. He played the helicopter pilot that Bill Cobb was older in Demolition Man.
I think he played in a movie with Steven Seagal too.
He was in Lethal Weapon. He was one of the background cops in Lethal Weapon 2. He was in The First Power with Lou Diamond Phillips. I just know because these are some of my favorite movies, and I kept seeing him like, damn, that's Looney Tunes. Like his resume,
Grand L. Bush.
I would have never guessed that.
Never that shit.
And he had the Jerry curl and the shag.
And the pictures they got are.
And he was a stock
Colors.
What's his IMDb like? What's all the movies?
He had the shag and everything.
That's all. They gotta have his film. What is that shit called? Filmography or some shit?
The filmography.
Filmography. There you go.
Yeah, all that shit.
I'm gonna put it up on the TV.
For sure. Yeah, because he got a list. Yeah,
here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Just look at the pictures.
Oh shit! He played Street Fighter.
Yeah, he was Balrog.
He was Balrog. Yeah.
He's still alive too, huh? He looks all skinny now.
He looks skinny. That head
got skinny because he was a stocky nigga back in the day.
Yeah.
God damn, dog.
Oh, Les Leary, OG Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
that's how Robert
he was
Duvall.
a black essay.
I don't know. For
Too many
the longest when I was a kid, I would confuse him with Bruh Man.
I can see
wow.
that. I can see that.
They favor each other a little bit.
Just a little. I can see it.
Well, in the younger days.
Definitely, I can definitely see it at that top one where he got the suit on,
Yeah.
right next to the
The top
arrow.
one with him in the pool.
Yeah,
That's Brother Man for sure.
yeah, he definitely looked like that nigga. Probably related to that nigga.
We'll never know.
Yeah, he was in the. He's that dude's resume is like.
Yeah, nah, he go.
Him, but even Bill Cobb. That's who I was. He played young Bill Cobb in Demolition Man.
Oh, okay.
Demolition Man and Spartan, John Spartan.
Right.
And I idolize.
Then when he got older, he was that older.
Look at you up here. These people gathered around you.
What was that other one from The Wire? Wendell. Wendell something.
The dude from Suits and from
He's been on He's been in so much shit. He always play a lawyer. Either he always play a lawyer or a detective.
Well, he plays a gangster in Raising Canaan now. Him and his girl is like they used to be bank robbers.
I did see him play. I think a hood, like a gangster dude, in one other like an older movie.
And I can't wait to the new season because they battling against.
I gotta watch all that shit.
Wendell Pierce.
I gotta watch all that shit.
Yeah, no, hey, Raising Canaan, cold. I'm waiting on Power Force. Shout out to my nigga Big Baby and Chris Lofton.
They ending both stories.
Yeah,
it's gonna be.
Everybody knows. Like I ain't up on Power on none of them.
Bro,
I watched like a couple of half maybe of a season, the very first.
It's some good actors.
And I've watched like blocks of like random seasons, like when I think Raising Canaan started.
Yeah.
I was watching that one, and then I watched it like where she gave up the blocks to the nigga that looked like Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
And then, but the nigga had shot somebody, and she was like,
nigga said the nigga that looked like Bobby Brown.
And she was like,
what was his name in the
he
show
looked more
again?
like Johnny Gill, low key, that I think about
No.
it. He looked more like Johnny Gill than I think about it.
Yeah, it was.
He was more Johnny Gill.
You know what that is? That's
Joey Badass. Yeah.
Joey Badass.
So I watched.
Unique.
Yeah. So I watched that season up until she had made that deal where she had made the deal with him and they had kind of a ceasefire.
Yeah.
But I think Kanan had popped like one of his boys or his brother or somebody, and she was like, "Nigga, we just made this deal." So they was like either gonna have to give Kanan up. And that's where I just kind of fell off. I was doing shows and kind of stuck with this. I literally just kind of, I'll be watching shit and invested, and then I just kind of, if I got to do something else, I just be forgetting it's Thursday to even remember to watch this shit.
I've been watching it because it's funny for me. The more I do like basketball shit, I'm running across the actors. So now it's like I'm invested because they like, oh, you peeped it out? I'm like, yeah, I'm watching it right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been getting into it heavy. So I didn't see them all, so I'm ready for all the finales.
Seen it all.
I'm gonna just say, man,
Did it
some
all.
of the shit they give me is like this nigga, pop that nigga.
Yeah.
For a female
Like
that,
Ronnie?
that ain't even on the show no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the
script.
What are the morals here?
New season start. You ain't even talked about
They
no more.
What was your
niggas,
end game? What was your end game?
Now he was somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He just wanted to pop that motherfucker.
I just go like this. There's a lot of murders going on, and these cops is failing at their fucking jobs, nigga.
But it
Like,
just
all
show
these
how many
murders-
dirty
What
cops it
do
is.
cops be doing on these shows? Because these niggas be committing crimes like ain't no cameras.
They do.
On all these shows, VMF.
Ain't no
And
procedure
speaking
going
of
on camera.
Speaking of another actor, and I do remember his name, but I can't remember it right now because I'm probably high. Braxton. From
ain't his name Tony something?
Christopher B. Duncan. That's his
B.
name.
Duncan.
It just took a minute to come out. From Jamie Foxx.
He been on some shit.
Jamie, bro Hammerhead.
Yeah, he's been
Throwing
a lot
up the
of shit.
W.
He was locking it on their ass. But that dude I can't remember his name, but for a while he's to most people Spiral. To me that's
OG.
Spiral. But to a lot of motherfuckers that's just Braxton.
Right.
And even him, I was surprised because I just finished BMF the last season about like 2 weeks ago. So I didn't even know he was on there till about 3 weeks ago. And I was like, oh shit, like Braxton.
I tell you what, if you was on our football team and you was tall and light skinned, you was being called Braxton. That was your nickname.
Right.
It's just his acting is on his acting on BMF was still on the level of he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Nigga was dope as fuck. How they did his character.
He played like a dude that was the boss.
That's this one keep coming apart, so I'm gonna just hold it. I gotta keep licking it and shit. I don't want to hold it. Double pause. But I don't want to hand it off, and then it's all the weed gonna fall out.
Here, nigga, you jumping back in your rotation.
Niggas gonna hand it back, and it's gonna be a roach because all the weed fell out.
That nigga said, "I keep licking.
I gotta keep on. Gotta keep on tasting it." Nigga talking like an old pervert. Like that's how Diddy was talking at the freak offs. I gotta keep on tasting it.
What do you think about what? Did you see what his opinion on Diddy?
Well, I think we was talking about it.
He said, "Your opinion, motherfucker."
He said, "Hey, who the fuck? Wait,
yeah, I was
back
like,
in
who
the
you
character.
talking about?
The opinions of Mouthpiece do not reflect the opinions of interview. Like them old ass niggas doing disclaimers and shit.
I
think we was talking about it the last time you were here, but we were off camera just talking about it.
But it's to me, it's
I had it
funny,
on my story, low key.
It's funny how this motherfucker, the industry, is, you know, when you come to gay bashing or something like that, motherfuckers try to like cancel you.
Just saying some real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Or just saying what you that's not my preference, or speaking on a community, or saying you just
saying no homo.
You done.
You getting fined. But
man.
And this
you can still call niggas on YouTube though, niggers and niggas on YouTube, bitch ass
real.
niggas, hoe ass.
All that.
You could call every other word.
Commercial.
Every every word is damn near like you get you demonetized other than nigga and nigger. You can still.
But you can't fuck with the gays.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because what I'm feeling is he is really being condemned for being gay because that's all he really guilty of.
Yeah.
Is being gay.
I don't think it's that.
No, because hear my point.
Yeah, do your thing.
They coming at him about all this other shit that's basically in style with human trafficking.
Yeah.
This whole shit. That's what's in style.
Which anything could be human trafficking now. You could buy a bitch. I could just buy a bitch a plane ticket and get her lunch, and it's
you
like.
You get what I'm saying?
Like. That's weird.
So you got to look at it like this.
Trafficker now because she didn't have a good time.
He fucks with so many people.
Zaga.
You feel me? He fucks with so many people that he was fucking with niggas and powerful niggas, right?
And crackers.
And filming them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you a fool. But powerful niggas. He was fucking them and recording them.
And recording them fucking other people.
So what?
Freak off.
But besides him really
50-man
recording,
pack out.
you feel me? Besides him really recording the fact that he was fucking niggas, what did he do?
He beat up bitches.
No, that right there, of course.
He drugged a couple people.
But the shit that they really trying to pin on
him. Did he drug a couple people or were we doing drugs?
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of people said,
even
the people that was with him that stopped fucking with him a long time ago said he would have parties and just have pre-drop shit in bottles. So when you come into the party, if we come into the party,
I'm gonna get this whole real lemon drop.
Am I drinking these bottles?
But we all, so if we all go to the party, we got invited by 8-9 motherfuckers. Hey, we going to this party it's a big ass mansion up in the hills that the house he done rented out in the valley. All right, let's go. We ain't going with the intention. Yeah, if we gonna take something, we willingly taking it, but we not going to think. I might be like, yeah, I'm gonna just drink a little first. I'm not knowing everything I'm drinking is already spiked.
But you don't think them people already know about that shit?
I think there's people that don't. I think there are people that know fully.
There might be the one or two.
Definitely, I agree with that.
It's the one or two.
But there's people that don't.
I believe the people that come with the people that knew, probably they didn't tell them. Nah, I fuck with that. But those people should have told him, hey, when you go to Diddy party, this shit gonna be
because that's happened to me at a party.
Ain't no random nigga getting invited.
That's why.
That happened to me at a party. Like, nigga, I was at a party and a couple rappers. We there. It was a birthday for the homies, for the homie and his wife. They were throwing a party. A couple rappers there. So they making drinks. They got the pictures.
Right.
And then so the dude asked, he's like, you want a gold cup or the red cup? And I was like, fuck it, I'll do the gold thing, and it looked cool. It was like the little gold, like the red cup.
But
I
that
get the
shit
gold
has
cup.
some in it.
So I'm like, then they just make me a drink. Nigga, I'm outside with my blunt on the patio drinking. My my girl at the time, she come out, she go, oh, you turning up tonight? Cause these are her friends more.
Right.
She know them.
She like, you got
I know a couple of them, but she's known like a couple of them like longer.
Right.
She like, and I'm like, what you talking about? She like, nigga, you know it's Molly in that shit. And I'm like, I had never did ecstasy.
So
yet,
nobody told you.
They just made me a drink and gave me the cup. And they didn't do it sneaky.
So when they asked, do you want the red cup or the gold cup? Your next question should have been, what's in the red cup or what's in the gold cup?
You just said, let's turn up because you like the cup. See, he one of them niggas.
I just wanted the gold cup.
I want to look different.
But everybody at that party on the same accord except
and it was red cups and gold cups. Everybody had red and gold.
But you didn't ask.
Everybody, I didn't ask.
What color was her cup?
She didn't have one at that time.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Yeah,
let
she
me ask
didn't
you
have
this.
a cup yet.
So you got gold cups and red cups, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't ask. On that next level, how can you hit them with anything?
I wasn't mad.
No. But I'm saying,
my drink.
I'm saying this is. I
got
scenario.
another one after that.
This is a. Oh, nigga.
I went up, and I went up.
That nigga was on the chandelier.
If I'm gonna dance to the devil, you might as well leave.
That nigga was
when she
out.
told me the cup was to the rim. When she told me, it was like I had literally just took like this much out. So I just only sipped it like twice when she said it. So when she said it, I looked, I was like, fuck it, and I'm enjoying it.
You didn't see the Molly at the bottom of the cup?
It was like, it was red. It was mixed in. They had like pitch. They had like the pictures.
They rosé your ass.
With like you just put it in the cup.
Yeah, they did.
So it wasn't but I didn't get a vibe of he did it on purpose on some sneaky
he did
shit.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, because he was at the, it was
you making
Diddy the type of nigga to order somebody to go do that shit for him.
You like the perfect date rape date.
Bring him to my quarters.
Now I see why your opinion is what it is.
Fuck them niggas. Like, why you so mad about this? I don't know.
I don't know.
Nigga look all shifty.
This nigga goes to a party, gets offered some Matrix-like cups. This nigga was like, the red cup or the gold cup? This nigga didn't even say, hey, what kind of cups make me do?
Hey, you know what I thought too? I was like, the gold, look, it go with the gold on my Jordans.
You didn't have
that decision
I had the black
changed
and
your
gold.
life that
I had
night.
the black, white, and gold J's on.
This nigga chose fashion
I was like, I was trying to look. I was like, this shit look cool.
Did you ever find out what was in the other cup?
It was just pure drink.
I think because I never asked, and I think it was.
No, this nigga turned up on a gold cup.
On the gold cup.
I would have asked.
asked.
What is the difference between the cup? What is it like? More liquor? Is it? And if they would have been like, nigga, do you want the cup? I would have been like, nah, nigga, I'll take some water. Because if you ain't telling me, I want to know what the fuck is the difference.
And then if homegirl didn't have no cup, that's really what I would have questioned. Like, you ain't drinking
she was
nothing.
setting up to, like,
so that makes me think the red cup got something in it too.
She was working the party though. That's why she came over. Because she saw me with it. That's why she came over.
Well, can I ask you a question though? Was she your ex at the time? She was your girl at the time. And she didn't let you know beforehand?
Because I wasn't drinking.
But she was coming to the party.
She did. She just was like, I'd been to like a couple of their parties.
So she looked at you, but then was in the cup and said, I didn't know you like to get wet.
And then the dude,
like it was one of them moments.
Sherman Hemsley.
If there's something other than the weed in the house and it's really going around, if my significant other don't fucking tell me,
that's different.
Going on.
You gonna have to get Sherm stickers.
Like before you got to the party, it's like, hey, you know, when you get there, there's red and gold cups.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I need the rundown. I need the instructions.
She was setting up the party, so she was more on some like.
Oh, she wanted to see what type of nigga you were.
She was like, well, when she said it, at least she came over and told me.
Yeah,
like,
but after the fact,
started, I had like sipped it only like twice.
You could have freaked out though.
Yeah, you could have freaked out.
You could have freaked out though.
Did you pay for that cup or was it free?
It was everything was free. It was
See,
a party.
No.
Yeah,
and it was free drugs.
Yeah.
Nah, you know that wasn't the good drugs.
Nah,
no, it was the real shit because it was pink.
But what I'm saying is, my girl would have told me, hey. When you get to this party, there's Molly cups and there's regular cups.
Oh. Tissy, whatever.
This nigga here went in there blindfolded. You was ready to turn up. That's a Diddy party.
I peeked down and then pulled it back up.
Yeah, that was a prime example of what happens at Diddy party.
I feel like there's people that are genuinely, because I'm aware of a lot of shit. So the fact that I was slipping, there's people that have no awareness of nothing.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
So those are the people I feel that go to these parties and get taken advantage of. And they're like, bro, I just went thinking I was just gonna network and probably see a producer.
It's that one.
See an artist.
It's that one dude that come in from fucking Wisconsin.
Or that chick from Kansas,
and he get invited to the party.
Fresh off
the bus.
I'm talking about Diddy parties. He got invited to the party, and he came through.
He got his cheeks busted.
He got his cheeks busted. Pause. And he wasn't expecting that night. You know what I mean? But he thought, fuck it.
Yeah, because he chose a gold cup.
We're on drugs, yeah. I chose the gold cup. Go with the gusto.
Up, man.
Because I was like, I said, this nigga just got offered 2 different colored cups.
I would have off top known something was going on drug-wise if you offered me 2 different options like that.
You was ready for anything that night, nigga.
I was like,
You found your kink that night. You lying like a motherfucker.
Yeah, what?
If I got options in front of me, I'm asking questions.
Going, nigga. We gonna find it out.
I'm definitely asking questions about those options.
And I really didn't. It just didn't even cross
Tony
my
over
mind.
here like, have y'all ever heard of the gooch?
This nigga really chose fashion over
What about
safety.
the taint? Like,
that nigga chose fashion
That
over
shit.
safety, nigga.
so we almost can we get on the comedy shit real quick?
I got one question. Were they the patent leather gold J's?
Yeah, no, not the black. No, not the black ones that
White
old girl
and
had
gold.
last week.
White and gold?
The white, black, and gold. They just re-released them like earlier this year.
White,
last
black,
year.
and gold?
They mids, but they like the most popular. I got them in like 2019 when they had first drop.
Okay.
Them motherfuckers is hard. Like still
That
this
nigga
day.
just wanted to look fly. With
In my head, I genuinely was like, oh, this shit gonna look sick.
My thing is that he
posted.
doubled down and went in for the second cup.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it at this point, because at that point I had never did Molly, but I had did ecstasy, but not in some years.
That's not the rules
I
to
was
drugs
like, fuck
when
it.
you haven't done something
Because
before.
they're similar. Because they're similar. It's the same drug.
You don't go
It's just a
twice.
pure form of the same drug.
Double dose.
I was like, fuck it. I'm a real nigga. I'm gonna just, I don't dip a toe in.
I'm letting you
I'm gonna
know.
do a somersault into that motherfucker. Like,
At that point,
and then tread
anything-
water. Nigga, just-
At that point, anything that had happened to you after you had 2 cups of the mystery gold cup,
it was on me.
it's your fault, my nigga.
But when motherfuckers slide up on you on a couch here, and they hold, and that's what I'm talking about. It's motherfuckers that do that. It's niggas that do that. It's niggas that do that at hood houses, and you got some chicks off the party line from back in the day. I didn't have to check niggas because I've always been. I don't like thirsty niggas. I don't like thirsty. Not I ain't hating on you if a bitch is
right,
but don't be
look
to where it's
around
and
me.
then when she leave and she be like, them niggas over there, it's the whole house now is thirsty because you a fucking weirdo and got weird with a chick. Like when you see niggas is here and trying to like that's. The type of shit was going on at a lot of these parties.
These niggas is weird.
They trying to set up the freak off without initiating. Okay, this motherfucker came for that, but you got to work your way in.
Right.
Opposed to I'm just gonna pull the strings and make it happen on some. This person ain't really here for that.
Right.
That's when it. That's the whole.
That's
That's
when
the
it get
difference.
ugly. Yeah.
Everything else y'all saying, I fully agree with. It's just I do fully believe there are people that don't go with intentions of getting their cheeks busted, man or a woman.
I just feel like that. The only reason Diddy is the only thing.
But you don't think that it's people that's been there before? And they have gotten their cheeks busted,
and they just come back.
Come back at that point.
That's what I mean.
They want
It's
another
like,
gold cup.
For that, it's like, you coming for that.
Yeah.
You know what? You know why I'm here. It's like that kind
Would
of
you
shit.
say that to the doorman? You know why I'm here.
Which is the whole point that I think where it's like you knew you was coming to a Diddy freak off. It's the people that came for the first time. When you come on the second time, that's your bad.
Niggas like, Diddy, how are you?
If you saw
Glad
some
to
crazy
see you
shit, 'cause
again.
what if you didn't see no freaky shit your first time and you left?
I think that's
you left before the
that's
crazy shit started.
Yeah, probably.
Because even Denzel said that's what I forgot who said. Denzel told him that.
He said you leave before the devil
and
gets
he
here.
said and so like niggas and told niggas and then somebody else said Denzel told them that.
But that's how he said because he knows what happens after hours. He's trying to show his face to the networking pot, and then once the networking pot leaves, because most of the time the networking pot leaves before 12.
Yeah.
And then after 12, it's all the niggas that just want to party and get cracking.
Exactly.
Y'all been at a wedding after 10 once the old people leave, and then you play
birthday after 7.
You play the bride's
Shit
playlist.
A birthday after 7.
Some Uncle Luke on there.
8 o'clock after a birthday party.
Yeah,
A
that
5-year-old's birthday party.
But I got that. I got that reference off the rip though.
But it's I feel like it's freaky shit. But real quick
But
before
your comedy shit. Yeah.
But before I wanted to ask, what did you think about Rogan's special?
I think for it being live. So first and foremost, to be completely honest with
live
you,
in 6 years.
I'm not the biggest
Rogan fan.
Stand-up Rogan fan. I watch the podcast. I'm a fan in that way, right? And I chuckle at his past specials, but I'm not sitting there all out laughing
Just holding my stomach.
Exactly.
I'm not buying the tickets.
Yeah. So this last one, I would say is solid, but I don't see it wasn't nothing special. I'll be honest with you though, it was better than Cat Williams' live special.
The last
is that right? Oh, I gotta watch it.
I gotta watch him.
It was Joe Rogan's probably his best special that he's put out.
Because a lot of people are talking shit. A lot of people.
That's not saying too much considering I'm not a big fan of his comedy.
A lot of people saying this is his worst one he's put out. That's
I
what
don't
I've
think
been
it's
hearing.
his worst one.
That's what and I've watched certain clips, and it's like dudes are doing breakdowns. I watched like a 30-minute breakdown of it, so I turned it off because it got kind of like.
You got to realize people hate Joe Rogan for being Joe Rogan. Period.
But they were like he got parts where he was getting the and it is like the YouTubers. Yeah. They just mad. They just on some because they tried to take it. They took his circle down one by one, and I remember when they first attempted it didn't happen. Then they attempted the second round and got all them niggas in like dominoes, literally, and they all just fell into
the cancel culture canceled them.
Like all his homies, because they was all on. They was a lot of them was assholes. Some of them was like deliberate assholes, where it's like you just being a weirdo, and so all
talking bad about people,
just that, and doing weird shit, getting at underage girls, a lot of like just. Getting at women like aggressively.
Yeah, it's like Brian Callen and
Chris D'Elia.
Yeah. Even Shab was doing some not
walking me to my truck.
Yeah, not no fucking with like younger bitches, but still being a creep type shit.
And then like it was just a lot of different rape allegations. Okay. But that's why a lot of people just disliked him. But he's kind of like the only one that's got left because he's the top of the totem pole.
Right. You got UFC.
Yeah. He got Rogan money. He got YouTube. Yeah, Spotify, UFC money, the Fear Factor money, news radio money. This nigga got stand-up
he's up there. As long as he ain't got no
money,
shit that can convict him, he good.
Give me like two.
I think the biggest shit that takes him down is the biggest shit that probably pumps him up is that he's probably the realest person.
Yeah,
he gonna give you his real opinion on shit straightforward, and then he's also funny, so he's gonna joke around about shit.
Just shifting back into like the comedy
and say what the fuck you want,
or the Wayne shit we were talking about earlier before we left, of just Marlon going viral right now with Vlad, because Vlad told Aries Spears like, dude had wanted me to give him $40,000 for an interview, and 30% off of everything the interview does after. And he's like, a lot of that came from Cat Williams doing the Shannon Sharp shit, so people just think because you do an interview it's gonna hit. Like, that's not the same. So he's like, but when and where do you think? I don't think of Marlon Wayne's. Like Aries asked him, do you think a Marlon Wayne's interview is worth $40,000? Is the squeeze worth the juice? And he was like, I don't think so. And it's like
that's
the comedy,
what Vlad said.
Yeah, but because Aries asked, but then Aries said some real shit of how the Waynes kind of act the arrogance of Sean,
because they didn't go.
Of you go to clubs, don't look him in the eyes. Oh, they walk around with sunglasses on. They don't talk to him. And people kind of was like talking shit about that. But the cold part, I used to talk to a comedian that works a comedy club. She's like a waitress, bartender, whatever. But she told me that shit like last year when they did like a round of shows at her club for about 3 days. And she was like, oh yeah, they're supposed to be coming this Friday. And I remember talking to her Saturday. She's like, yo, they're like assholes. And then the next night, she's like, the whole clique is like, don't look. It was like this, everything Aries said, this chick told me a year ago. So, like, she's a comedian and she's working in the club. He's a comedian that's worked with him. That, you see what I'm saying? So, who's lying? If two people that don't even, like, she doesn't know Aries Spears, she doesn't watch Vlad TV.
Right. Yeah.
They don't know. It's so to hear that and Marlon kind of having all this pushback, it's like, bro, that's maybe who you guys really are and how you come across to the world as assholes when you go out. And to tell somebody, give me $40,000, that's like somebody coming here and be like, hey, I want $40,000 next time the FN mad. If you interview me, I want $40K and whatever this interview do, I'll get a piece of that forever.
Right.
Like, that's kind of, it's an interview, my nigga. We talking, smoking.
Yeah, but I will tell you this. I met Marlon one time. It was at a Red Bull thing.
Was he doing the boogaloo?
You stupid. It was him, Jerome from Snowfall, and somebody else. My man that we were just talking about too, the brothers, Woody.
Oh, Wood Harris.
It was the one that played in Above the Rim.
Wood Harris.
Yeah.
Mota.
It was all three of them, and we had this Red Bull thing for Lethal Shooter. You know what I'm saying? It was a documentary for him. And I had walked up to him on some just like, oh, I fucks with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And Marlon was real cool about the shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, Mouthpiece, because, I introduced myself as Mouthpiece. He's like, fuck you do. You know what I mean? He said it just like that. And I was like, oh, I host basketball games and I do shit for Red Bull, da-da-da. He said, oh, you must talk a lot of shit. Yeah. He was real cool.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't
maybe a comedian. Just like what Aries said at the end was about Sean was your arrogance doesn't match your talent. And that's what, and he said even if the talent does match, it's never a reason to be an asshole to people.
But I think he got Hollywood.
Not on the turntables.
No,
anyways.
I get that, but you know how sometimes you got them white Hollywood families that treat niggas like that all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Wayans have earned the right to be considered one of them top families. But when it comes to
stand up wise,
but I will say his last 2 stand-ups was okay. It was okay, but you stupid. But I just feel like they've earned the right to kind of like hold some weight. And then with Vlad TV, he be making dough.
Yeah.
So it's like I see why they be hitting him with shit.
But it is like levels to interview. Some niggas interviews, like that's what he said. He said I was talking to Marlon when he asked, and he said I looked at all his interviews from the Breakfast Club, and he goes, my interviews on the Vlad himself, he goes, my interviews on the Breakfast Club have more views than Marlon's. So like, why would I pay you 40,000? Maybe I can still pay you, but not 40,000. And I was like, that's not somebody talking shit.
I would take the first 500 coming if anybody.
But we gonna wrap
for an interview.
We gonna wrap this up. Right? Shout out to let them do you guys where they can find you.
Oh man, you can find me on Instagram at OG Mouthpiece. You can find me on Facebook, JC Mouthpiece Thompson. And then you can find me on TikTok. I think I still got it at Voice of Venice Beach. I don't think I changed that bad boy.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow me at I am DJ Punch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole Shabam Boo, baby. And then make sure you follow our podcast, You Dig Pod, at You Dig Pod on Instagram.
Yeah, You Dig, YADI 4Gs POD.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And it's Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. Innovative comedy, innovative culture.
What are you throwing it to me? That head
Pause.
It was like
y'all can tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative.comedy. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
Innovative. I'm gonna start doing that. Every time I look, that means it's going to you. Innovative comedy.
Innovative.